Folks, we have big news. Record-breaking amounts of illegal migrants are surging on the U.S. border. Border Patrol says that a record 221,000 immigrants are coming over the southern border, with 210,000 being arrested, the highest ever. Hey, guys, gals, and pals, Mr. Obvious here. And today, we need to talk about immigration in this country. The Biden administration has continued to ship secret charter flights of young illegal migrants to all over the United States. Here on the Daily Mail, a big middle finger to New Yorkers. The Biden administration resumes secret charter flights of young migrants from the southern border to Westchester Airport. So basically, the Biden administration is sending illegal migrants everywhere. And this has left a lot of people extremely mad. So mad, in fact, governors like Greg Abbott are sending illegal immigrants to Washington, D.C. Check this out, folks. The fourth bus of illegal immigrants from the border is being dropped off at the Capitol. But we're going to talk about that, folks, and more. But before we do, remember to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for updates for future content, and if you like videos like this, please share them with your family and friends and on social media. And now, a word from our sponsor. Introducing Webull. Webull is a trading app where you can buy and sell cryptocurrency and stocks. Open a Webull account today. Deposit any amount of money and you will receive 5 free stocks, worth all the way up to $9,600. Folks, it's basically free money. There's also a $5 crypto bonus when you make your first cryptocurrency trade. Join Webull today by clicking the affiliate link down below. And we're back. I want to talk about immigration and some of the policies of Joe Biden, which are literally betrayal of the American people. So Border Patrol says that a record-breaking amount of migrants are now at the border. And all of this just as Title 42 is set to expire. Now, we've talked about Title 42 before, but the Biden administration has been talking about ending it. Essentially, Title 42 said that because of concerns over COVID and disease, we can deport anyone who illegally enters this country for health reasons. Biden and the Democrats are ending this Trump-era policy. Right now, you think it's bad? You think it's bad that we have record-breaking amounts of illegal migrants at the border? My friends, almost 250,000 people are here right now. What do you think's gonna happen when Title 42 ends and immigration doubles? Is America ready to take in 500,000 people every single month? No. That sounds like doomsday for the American economy and the American taxpayer. But people like Joe Biden and the Democrats are taking advantage of this. They're taking complete advantage. Because right now they continue to ship illegal migrants across the country. My friends, check out the following story. A big middle finger to New Yorkers. The Biden administration is resuming its secret charter flights of young migrants from the southern border to Westchester Airport. Basically, Joe Biden and the Democrats have been shipping illegal migrants all over the country instead of deporting them. Now, why would the Democrats send illegal migrants to red states? Why would they send them to New York? I can only imagine that Democrats are trying to change the country's demographics. Because migrants are more likely to vote Democrat, they want to load the entire country with illegal migrants. Because their kids are more likely to be Democrat, it adds to the population of the state, which gives people more electoral votes. And it's just one dirty, dirty game by these dirty, dirty politicians. So here the story says, the Biden administration has resumed its secret charter flights of underage migrants from the U.S.-Mexico border to Westchester, New York. Another group of young undocumented immigrants from El Paso, Texas, landed at the Westchester County Airport on Thursday night. The New York Post reports. The children then boarded 3 buses waiting for them, with one traveling to the Walt Whitman service area in Cherry Hill. Okay, so a lot of these were children and teenagers, and they were basically shipped into the state. Former Westchester County Executive Rob Astorino, a Republican gubernatorial candidate, called the resumption of flights a big middle finger to hardworking New York taxpayers. It's frustrating, it's outrageous, he told the Post. Now, I've got to be honest, I agree completely with Rob Astorino. Why is it that Americans are expected to take care of another country's kids or another country's people? It is absolutely ridiculous. If someone comes across the border illegally, you send them back. It's really that simple. And for a good reason. It is not safe for anyone when people try to illegally storm the border. You know, there was recently a sad story. A Mexican woman, 32 years old, was found dead, hanging upside down on the southern border wall in Arizona after her leg became trapped while trying to use a climbing harness. This is a bit of a sad story, my friends. A woman lost her life needlessly trying to scale the border wall. Now, the biggest thing here is that the wall worked. This is certainly sad, but if walls don't work, then explain this. Like, you can't explain it. So U.S. Customs and Border Protection officials offered a few details, but the local sheriff's office said that the woman was a 32-year-old migrant who was attempting to cross the wall Monday near Douglas, Arizona. The New York Times reported that the woman had become ensnared in the climbing harness she was wearing. So the biggest point here is that border walls work. As sad as this is, she was not able to climb the wall. And this completely debunks the narrative in this country, largely from the left, that border walls don't actually work and building one would totally just be a waste of money. You know, Democrats like Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, and others have always said for many years that building a border wall would be too expensive. It would cost $21 billion, according to some estimates. We just sent like $15 to $20 billion to Ukraine, to a foreign country that has nothing to do with America. With the money we sent to Ukraine, we could have finished a border wall. We could have finished it. Now, it's sad that this woman lost her life trying to break the law, but laws are laws for a reason. We could easily build a border wall and stop the immigration crisis. But that's not what the Democrats want. That's not what Joe Biden wants. That's why they're flying illegal migrants all over the country. But some governors are fighting back. Here in the following story. Fourth bus of illegal immigrants from the border is dropped off at the Capitol. Group arrives in Washington, D.C. as Greg Abbott continues the war with the White House. Now, I'm going to be honest. I didn't actually think that Greg Abbott was going to follow through. Greg Abbott is kind of a conservacuck, neocon, rhino. You know, he's one of those bullshit conservatives. But he actually did it. And you know what? Props to Greg Abbott. Props to him. I know that a lot of Republicans do not like him because they think he's too weak, right? He's one of those, like I said, fake-ish conservatives. But he said he was going to bus illegal immigrants that were being put in Texas and send them all to Washington, D.C. He followed through on his word, which is basically a huge big FU to Joe Biden, the Democrats, and Washington, D.C. And personally, I think every state should do this. If the Democrats and Joe Biden want these illegal migrants so bad, we may as well just ship them all to Washington, D.C. And I'll tell you why this is a 4D chess move. If more red states start sending their illegal migrants to Washington, D.C., it puts Democrats in a no-win situation. If they complain, well, what are you saying? That migrants are actually bad for the American economy and taxpayer? Boom, they lose. If they say, oh, this is wonderful. We love all of these illegal migrants coming to Washington, D.C. People are going to say, holy crap, what are they talking about? This will make normal, average, everyday people freak out. We live in an absolute dumpster fire of an administration. Jen Psaki was recently in the news for calling a Fox News reporter a stupid son of a bee. When I saw this story of Psaki calling Peter Doocy a stupid son of a bee, I wasn't surprised. It makes me angry because this is the same administration that has said stuff like, well, Trump was so unprofessional and he was so rude. He made all those mean tweets. He wasn't fit to be president. That's why we had to get rid of him, right? But then Joe Biden calls people a stupid son of a bee, and now Jen Psaki is calling a Fox News reporter a stupid son of a bee, and they have no self-awareness and no common sense. It's just massive hypocrisy. But that's what the left is. Hypocrites. This is a tweet Jen Psaki put out. She says, the full video shows. I also told a story about Peter's grace last night and made it very clear. I was not being critical of him or any reporter at Fox, and instead was critical of the slant of some Fox topics. He was doing his job. I am doing mine. We debate. We disagree. I respect that. Yeah, if someone sounds like a stupid son of a bee, and it's not Peter Doocy. Okay, Jen? retire. You know, I'm so flabbergasted by the disgusting nature of the Democrats, of the Democratic Party, and of the Biden administration. It is the worst dumpster fire that America has ever seen. We're seeing record-breaking inflation. We're seeing record-breaking gas prices. We're seeing economic turmoil. They're warning us about food shortages. This administration is a dumpster fire upon dumpster fires. It is a disaster. It is a joke. It is a bad, bad dream. Because what the Biden administration does best, and to a larger extent, the Democrats, is ruin everything. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Let me know by commenting down below in the comment section. As always, support the channel by joining me on Patreon or Subscribestar, as this channel is supported by viewers like you. Anyways, thanks for watching, folks. Enjoy your Easters. I'll see you all next time.